Honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
What you need, tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, 480. I got you, pump. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, Hey, 4 down. 6 guys. Here we go, 154, 180.
Play action now. Prescott. And incomplete to open things up. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Like 20. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Taking a shot for Samuel. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. The first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
368! Hey, Alpha! Get the 50, check my 50.
Andy Dalton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Dalton, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, Haywood! All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial out? Carrying it deep for Garcon. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Alert. 50 seconds to Mike. These two. 50 seconds to Mike. You good? Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Kill. Black, what's that?
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Tight dog. Protein spill.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the band. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Watch the whip. Alert flare.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Dalton's pass complete to Green. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 3, check 3. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 368. Get wrong. Check 9, check 9.
The toss play to Mixon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The first quarter of the NFL season in the books after tonight, but Week 5 right around the corner. And it all starts Thursday night with a good one from Seattle. The Rams and the Seahawks in the NFC West kick off 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 out of the West Coast from CenturyLink Field. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the handoff, Connor. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Dalton. It fights him off. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, dude. 368.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing, Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Switzer. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things? He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deebo Samuel with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bengals take over.
Let's go.
Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Switzer on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. Airing one out for Boyd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And taken right on the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. Now Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Deebo Samuel. Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
For Deebo Samuel. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's free going down the left side. It's a flip. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 3rd down, Bernard, and he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now to the air, Dalton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 41, Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Bernard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
And he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Again, here's Bernard. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, wahoo! Let's go, 950.
Now Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Banjo.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let's put that team on the double. Shoot these two.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, kill.
Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get that ball. Switch.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Dalton now to pass. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
198. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Come up the ball. 198. Hey, Orban. Let's go, right here now. 198. Go, 368.
And Dalton to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Hey, exit. Mike's 50. Yeah. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Go. Hey, Mike's 50. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 2nd and goal, Dalton steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Luke, you gotta be afraid of me. Heavy. I got it.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good.
93, 52, 93, 44. There you go. Heavy. Tighten up.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They run for it with Mixon, and he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down, and the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand.
Here we go. 52's the mic. Come to
They begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. Slide in. Record. You go take. Here we go. 26.
From the gun, a give to counter. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
8. 57. Like I said, 57. Hey, high 7.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 51 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down.
57's the mic, bro. 57. In your face.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Roethlisberger, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
50. Hey, dude. 50's the mark. We ain't giving up. Let's go.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run.
To throw again. Dalton. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Operating from the gun. Dalton going deep for Eifert. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Airing one out for Boyd. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw here, Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. Andy Dalton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Second turn, defense, let's go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
44. Here we go. Here we go. Cam. Hey, Alpha. 98 to Mike. Switch.
All right, here's Dalton. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Passing, it's Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run here with Bernard, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
There you go, 368. There's a hut. Check it out,
Dalton wants to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Bernard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Dalton. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Be back. 20. I'm coming after you. Double bump. Check 52. 50.
They start the drive with counter, and he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Like 80. Let's go, defense.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger, and dominance is